Hi, today's video is going to be about how I'm planning to make $5,000 in February. I'll be sharing all of my strategies and also some mistakes from how my masterclass launch went. So the first email starts with, well, there's only one email, but it starts with, I wanted to share some wins before we deep dive into all of my mistakes, especially mistakes I made when selling my masterclass. By the way, if you're interested in skipping the waitlist for that, because we sold out, but we added a waitlist, let me know in the comments or by replying to my email, but the price did increase to $99. Anyway, this is why I keep a wins document so I stay motivated. And then in parentheses or brackets, I wrote, sorry for the late sun today. I actually dislocated my knee yesterday while skiing, so that's why I'm filming this from bed with my leg elevated. Anyway, after that, there's a picture of a tweet that I did, and it's kind of like one of the wins that I had. And I wrote, what you see, $600 for 20 minutes of work, one newsletter article. What you don't see, years of creating content for $0 before finally taking off. And in the screenshot that I put in my tweet, it says I made $600 from an advertisement because I got over 200 clicks on my email. And by the way, if you click on my ads, I appreciate it so much because it helps a lot. And then I have a PS, like in case you missed last week's article, it was about how much money I made in January 2024. Anyway, the summary of today's email, I have a bunch of free templates for you today because every week just so much happens and I learn a lot. So the templates I'll be sharing are setting business revenue goals, ChatGPT prompts, sales email, and monthly analytics. And then the second section will be about mistakes I made with selling my masterclass. The third section will be about mistakes I made with selling my templates. And last section will be about other learnings and resources. So first, let me go through the free templates. I feel like today's going to be a longer video. There's just so much to cover. Let me go through the first template. It is about setting business revenue goals. So it opens in a Notion page called Reverse Engineer Your Revenue Goals Template Example. So first, there's the monthly financial planning stuff. You put your financial goals here. For example, mine is make $5,000 monthly recurring revenue by February 2024. To do that, I need to get better data on the conversion rate and the AOV, which is average order volume, to validate willingness to pay. All of these are like business terms that I learned through my job because I work as a growth marketer. So to do that, my products, I'm thinking 79% of the money will come from B2B, which is business to business, so like ads and sponsors. And 21% will be from B2C, which is consumers, so like selling Notion templates. I did the math manually, but I think if you put it on an Excel spreadsheet or you use Notion formulas on a table somewhere, you can probably have the numbers update automatically. And then, so I have two columns here. One is, oh my god, my knee. One is B2B, and 79% of the revenue I'm expecting to come from B2B. So 79% of $5,000 is $3,950. So I'm expecting $1,500 of that to come from boosts. So if there's like average $2.10 of revenue per new subscriber that I get for my newsletter, then 715 subscribers are needed. But I noticed that the subscribers have slowed down quite a bit now that I'm not posting as much, so I really need to get back on that grind. For sponsorships, I need to get $1,100, so 3 sponsors at around $367 each, which I think is definitely doable. And then through my agency, I have like one client on trial for 2 months, so February and March. He paid me $1,350 already. The B2C column, I'm expecting to make 21% of $5,000, which is $1,050. So I'm expecting to make that from premium subscription. I need $700 to come from that. Right now, I think I have about $600 every month from premium subscriptions. And I recently increased the price to $11 per subscription. So I just need 9 more people to purchase premium at that price to hit my goal. And assuming the conversion rate from free subscribers to paid is 0.5%, then I need to get 1,800 free subscribers this month in February. And then from templates, I expected to just make $50, and some of my templates are only like $10. The bigger ones are like $45. So I just needed 5 purchases, assuming 0.4% conversion rate from people I DM my link to. I need like over 1,000 DMs. But I actually already smashed this goal. I've made over $100 from templates already, which I was very surprised by. So I might have to redo these calculations later. I was also planning on selling playbooks. I wanted to make $100 from them. I was planning to charge $21 for a playbook, so I just need 5 purchases, which means I need to DM like over 1,000 people. And these DMs can be like cold outreach. I manually do it on Twitter or something, or I can just like post a reel and have DM automation do it. But I don't think my reels have been doing as well recently, so I need to analyze my data, which I'll talk about later. And then for masterclass, I was expecting to make, I was hoping to make $200 from it at $20 per seat, and I basically need 10 purchases to make that much. But I'm doing the masterclass with somebody else, and they did a lot of the grunt work and setup, which I really appreciate, and we're splitting it 50-50. And we already sold like 20 seats at $29 each, splitting that 50-50. And then the Gumroad fees are like a lot. So let's say 500 divided by 2. Okay, so if I've already made like 250-ish, so I smashed that goal as well. Now I have to prepare for the masterclass. I'm super excited, because if you find value from my premium newsletters, this masterclass is going to be so good. Because the premium newsletter is very, very deep dive into the details, the nitty gritty. It can be kind of overwhelming. The masterclass is more like focused, and I think it's more simple, so make it easier for you. Anyway, your takeaways from that one template about setting business revenue goals is: 1, don't set lofty goals like making $5,000 a month without a clear plan. 2, you really need to understand your business's metrics. Always know your numbers. 3, learn how to calculate conversion rate, average order volume, customer lifetime value, and other important business metrics. So knowing these numbers will help you a lot, because what doesn't get measured doesn't get improved. So like just really looking into that data to make better decisions and set better goals. The next template is ChatGPT prompts to help with setting goals. Again, if you are a premium subscriber for my newsletter, I'll put the link in the video description. You will get all of these templates for free. This YouTube video is just because I wanted to make this knowledge accessible to everyone, and even people who couldn't afford to pay for the premium newsletter at $11 a month right now. I might increase the price later, because I'm just giving out these free templates every week. But yeah, if you want access to like the templates itself instead of just hearing me talk about them, you should subscribe to my premium newsletter. Anyway, the ChatGPT prompt for business goals. This is a prompt that you can use to plug into ChatGPT. So you can say, ask me questions to help me improve my business strategy to make $10,000 monthly recurring revenue by the end of Q1 2024. And then it will send you a bunch of questions, and then you just answer them, and then you say, based on my answers, help me come up with a robust strategy and plan to improve. You can ask me more questions if you need more details. And then you can write your plan again in bullet points and ask ChatGPT to vibe check it. And you can also ask it to help you break it down into day-to-day tasks or weekly projects. So if you want the template to copy-paste that prompt, please subscribe to my premium newsletter. I'll put the link in the description below. Anyway, your takeaways from this prompt is: number 1, work with AI to save time. Number 2, things don't have to be perfect, just enough to get you to take clear intentional action. Number 3, don't procrastinate by planning and never acting on the plan. ChatGPT helps you speed up the planning process so you can get to the action part faster. Okay, the next template is Masterclass Sales Email Template and Explanation. So this email is way too long, so I won't go through everything, but you can find a link in my newsletter and website. So vegantechnomad.beehive.com. It's the email titled "You're Invited, a Live Masterclass on Building a Business." So you can read through that email yourself. I'll link it in the description. But I have a bunch of comments and rationale about why I wrote this email the way I did. I did make a lot of mistakes, but I do have some rationale here as well. So like starting by agitating the problem, like reminding people why they need this offering and who it's for. So if somebody doesn't resonate with this, they can stop reading right there in the beginning. And then I have like a summary and bullet points to make it easy to read. I link the product page at the very beginning to make it easy to click so people don't have to scroll too much. I included an image. I made it clickable, so if people click on the image to RSVP to the masterclass, it's very easy for them to do so. And of course, I included faces in there to build trust in the image. And then a sense of urgency. We only opened 20 spots, and that's why there's a wait list right now, because we sold out. But if you want to skip the wait list, just email me back or comment on this video, and I will get you in that masterclass. It's happening next Friday. So February 17th at 8 a.m. Eastern Time, which is 5 a.m. Pacific Time. And then I phrased the pricing of the masterclass as an investment, and I used anchor bias because usually my business partner and I would charge over $1,000 for 2 hours of sharing this knowledge. Like I'm making over $600 a month by sharing all of my knowledge. So usually it would be pretty expensive, and then I'd be like, okay, compared to that anchor, we started pricing with $29 per ticket for the first 20 seats. So now it's $99 if you want to skip the wait list and get in the masterclass because we already sold out. So I use that anchor bias, and then I use scarcity, only 20 spots, because we wanted it to be cozy, and we wanted people to have enough time to ask us questions, and we can provide personalized advice. And I also reframed the pricing based on investment. So like the return on investment, if you're after the masterclass, you make over $3,000, then it's a 100 times return on your investment. So it's really phrasing it as a way of saying like, it's going to be worth it. So it's like a no-brainer type of thing. And then the last line I wrote, like, if you don't find value after the masterclass, we'll give you a refund, no questions asked. So we can address objections and make it less risky to buy. And then the last section of this email, I'm like, if you find the masterclass valuable, and then a bunch of bullet points. So being very specific about who this is going to help can lead to more sales. And then I linked the masterclass registration link again, because I always have to like link it multiple times in the email just to make it super easy to click, so people don't have to like scroll all the way back up to click it. So that's the template. If you're planning to do like a masterclass or something similar, you can follow that email. So your takeaways from that template is, number one, use psychology like anchor bias and scarcity, and learn from case studies through growth.design/case-studies. They have really good case studies on using psychology in design and marketing and in your business. Number two, images and headings help a lot because most people scan emails, not read them. So that's why I use a lot of bullet points. Okay, the next template is my monthly analytics for January. So I actually linked my internal Notion page that has all of my metrics from January, like how my social accounts did, which templates were the most popular. So I have numbers from all of my social media accounts, my Notion pages, my email, analytics like open rates and stuff, my DM automation, and yeah, I think that's it. So my summary at the very top, the content that did well was shareable, useful, and unique templates like the front spreadsheet and work documentation. Those were my most popular. Number two, when the average view duration is higher, the video performs better on YouTube. So you have mini hooks throughout the video so people keep watching and might even rewatch more than once. Number three, being transparent about monetization and growth wins on Twitter performs the best. So Twitter content, I post things very differently from all of my other social media platforms. And I deep dove into those metrics, so you can check that out in the template. So your takeaways is, number one, analyze data and double down on what works every month. Number two, include mini hooks throughout short form videos so people keep watching. Okay, so that's it for the template section. The next section is mistakes I made with selling my masterclass. So even though we sold out, there was a lot that I could have improved. Here's everything I learned from the experience. Number one, have a better subject line than your invited live masterclass on building a business. It's way too vague, and I got some questions about what types of businesses it could be for and things like that. Number two, the from should be from Jennifer, Vegan Tech Nomad, instead of just Jennifer. Somebody told me they deleted that email because they didn't recognize me as Vegan Tech Nomad. So only when I posted on my story and posted updates did people reply and be like, no, I missed out. I didn't see the email. Like, I deleted it. I want in. Number 3, agitate the problem first to show a need for the masterclass. So I talked about this earlier with the email template for the masterclass promo. Number 4, keep the actual masterclass content straightforward, valuable, and simple. Don't go too deep into the details. This I learned from my business partner / mentor. Number 5, have an upsell during the masterclass, like a one-on-one consultation where you like kind of coach the person with their business, and that would be a higher ticket, like over $1,000, because we deeply discounted the masterclass. So to make it worth our time, we have to like try and have an upsell of something higher ticket. Okay, next section. Mistakes I made with selling my templates. So here it starts with a Twitter screenshot. My tweet says, I was scared to start charging for my templates, but my heart's been beating so fast getting all these emails of people actually buying. And in this screenshot attached to the tweet, I show somebody purchasing my all-in-one Notion Life template for $45. But I think with fees and stuff, they actually paid $54 or something like that. And there were a lot of people who actually replied to my tweet with more takeaways and lessons, so you should check that out for more. There's a link in the email if you're on my premium subscription list. Anyway, the mistakes. Number 1, I added a grace period, basically teaching people not to take my deadlines seriously. Number 2, I should have embedded my Lemon Squeezy sales page into the template link on Notion, so they don't have to click a link to go somewhere else and purchase. They can just purchase right there when they get the Notion link. So I have an example attached in this email, and you can see it for yourself and how I did that. Number 3, I used Lemon Squeezy as my storefront because it had lower fees and had merchant of record, which is something important if you're like running a business. I should have set it up way earlier because it takes 1 day or more to activate my store. I did set up Google Analytics to see page views, sources, etc. because it helps me see what free content resonates the most and what paid content makes the most money. So I'll probably have to make a video about a wishlist template soon, plus more videos and tutorials on the workplace documentation ones, because those ones had the greatest number of sales. Well, the wishlist one was free, but yeah. And I have a screenshot here of my Google Analytics dashboard for my Lemon Squeezy storefront. So if you want to see it, please subscribe to my premium newsletter. Okay, other learnings and resources. I have a link here to a tweet that I found fascinating and could be valuable for you. It starts with saying, freelancers who have hit 100K in annual income, what's your best piece of advice for new freelancers? And a bunch of people replied having really great advice. So I linked that here, and you should subscribe to my premium email if you want access to all these curated resources. My number 2 learning this week was when charging for agency clients, I used Wave for accounting and invoicing, and I just like screenshotted the invoice and then attached it to the Wise account and sent my client the Wise link for payments because Wise has less fees. And then number 3, my learning is to A/B test your subscription page. So I actually A/B tested my subscription page. Some people told me that vegan tech nomad on the subscription page, they were like, oh, I'm not vegan, I'm not really a nomad, like, is this for me? So I wanted to test having, instead of vegan tech nomad, my brand name, I wanted to put productivity tips plus templates and then see which one leads to more subscribers. Okay, feedback section. This is a poll in the email newsletter I sent out to premium subscribers, but of course if you want to leave feedback in the YouTube comments, please do so, it would help a lot. So the poll is, which section of my email is most valuable to you? Number 1, the free templates for your business. Number 2, mistakes I made and how you can learn from them. And number 3, insights into my metrics like post performance and revenue. Because I don't know what is more valuable, like sharing my story so then you can learn from it, or sharing like more custom advice for your business. I feel like a lot of people like learning from case studies like my story, but yeah, I don't know. So please let me know, and I will see you next week for another article on my learnings.